Hello, all you hardcores out there. How are you doing? It's Russ here from Poker's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. We say the things on here that nobody dares say. Uh, Big shout out to Jazz Martin out there in Los Angeles. How are you doing, Jazz? Hope you're well. Just send me a WhatsApp number and we'll sort that, mate. Right, we've got this Zoom competition for December. Whoever does most views coming on here with me, you get your 700 quid at Christmas. So keep them coming in, but stick to your times I give you. All right, you can't just ring up and say, I don't want to do 6 o'clock. Can we do 7:05? Don't work like that. Worst thing you can do to me, that. All right, just so you know. Right, boxer size Ben Davidson. Is he angling to be in the corner? Well, on the night. Well, there's got Sugar Hill in there and all these other so-called experts. Why not? Why don't they throw boxer size boy in there? I mean, they let him be in corner when Billy Joe fought Canelo, didn't they? Look what happened there. Pop, pop, bang on that one. So we're going to see, but everybody's an expert. Oh, Fury can do this, Fury can do that. Why didn't he do it 7 months ago? He can turn into all these different styles, and he's this magician and this defensive genius. He's been on deck over 10 times in his career. Do you know what I mean? They say David Price had a glass jaw. He's only been down 7 times, only 7 or 8. Worse than David Price. Do me a favour. No, good old Luke Partridge there, not speaking to his missus. Nobody believes a word he says anymore, do they? Absolute shocking. They're just trying to get that point across to Usyk that he's a Spartan. He's got a beard. He's taking it serious. My God, I haven't spoke to his missus in 3 months. Do me a favour. What? Why ain't you been doing that all this year? Why all of a sudden in this fight is he taking it serious? Oh, because he got beat, Porky. Do me a favour, he got bladdered. When do we see people win 3 rounds or 3 and a share of a round, lose 8.5 rounds, and come back and do the business? When do we see that? Come on, when? Unbelievable, man. Has Big John Fury the 100-0 on the hard road? Has he been axed by Team Fury? Who cares? He'll be there, won't he, hanging around like a bad smell. Why are people making it about the father? Eh? Although I must admit there hasn't been much of a build-up with Artem, as there really this time. I mean, whenever he walks into a room, you don't know what's going to happen, do you? So have they missed him this week? Probably, but maybe they want to concentrate with Artem. I don't know, but he's a character, isn't he? He's a character. When I see him, I want to give him a big kiss. That's what he needs, don't you, Big John? Big growler. Right. Fury's weight. We keep hearing off Gareth A. Davies. He's going to be 19 stone. Other people say he's going to be 18 stone. He's saying he's 21 stone. Old Gypsy King, born liar that he is. I'd personally say he's going to come in lighter because why would you want to be a sitting duck for Usyk to start knocking you about, eh? I think he'll come in lighter and try and have a bit of movement, but who cares what he does? Just turn up and take your payday. That's all you're there for. I mean, you're talking about fighting Vladimir again. He's 49. Do me a favour. Porky, what do you think about all the showboating in the first fight? I think he's doing the showboating to show that Usyk's not really that good. That's all they were doing that for, because he wasn't really doing much himself, was he? So if Usyk missed with a few punches, he turned it into a look, he can't hit me. But I can assure you, he were clipping him all night. CompuBox proved it, didn't it? Fury had been hit more times in that fight than he ever had in his full career, in any of his previous fights in his career. So, okie dokie. In other news, Sam Jones saying Dubois quit against Joe Joyce and then doing a backtrack on his interview. Oh my God, Sam Jones covering his arsehole up and his arse flaps. Hey, well, you should have remembered that, shouldn't you, Sam, when you started slagging Dubois off when you were Team Joe Joyce. But look what happened there. Juggernaut Joe's gone, hasn't he? And you're not really bothered, are you? You moved on to it next. On to the next bit of poncing that you can do. You ponce. So come see me, Sam Jones. Stop sending stupidness to Max. Then you're going to come on my channel. I don't want you on my channel. You'd never get on here, you shithouse. Dennis McCann, Porky, why, how come you said in your interview you don't want to comment on it? Well, look, it's another fighter that's failed a dope test. And how many fighters have failed these dope tests and then say, yeah, I failed it. I'm responsible. How many? None of them. So it's just repeat, innit? It's just repeat. So I don't really want to go down it. I ain't got the energy. Put 2.5 years into Dennis McCann's dope test. All right. So what do I think to the beef between Stuart Little, Sonny Edwards, and Dominic Ingle, aka the Flexinator? I don't really care. Flex knows how many people have failed dope watchers on his watch. That's why he's not got a stable up there. His dad will be turning in his grave. So that's why you can do as many interviews on your mate's channel as you want. But at the end of the day, the bottom line is this: you've got nobody in your stable because people are failing dope tests. And they're all scream blue murdered, didn't they? All three of them. So what's going on up there? That's why you've got no stable. Flex! Why don't you big interviewer mate, copper mate, ask you that? Hey? And then in other news, we've got old Brick Top absolutely roasting Carl Frost, saying that he's an hypocrite and he's this and that, and he's being critical of the Saudi regime, and especially you, Bricktop, holding hands with Tea Towel Turkey, old Triple T, eh? Holding hands with the man. What is all that about? Grown adults holding hands on a stage. Now, if that were anybody else, you'd be pulling them about it, wouldn't you, Bricktop? But what you're forgetting, Bricktop, is this. 2019, 2020, you did interviews on Boxing Social, IFL, and various other channels saying, and I quote, about the Saudi regime. You also did interviews round about that time going on about Stubub or Stabab, how you'd not get involved with them. You even had one of your personal friends asking questions in the House of Commons about Stubub. What happened within 18 months? You were working with Stubub. What happened within 3 or 4 years? You were working with them in Saudi. So you're just a hypocrite like everybody else. Brick top. All right, remember that, old dinted. All right, and stop going on about Carl Zaggy, Frotz should interview him and all that. You know that your man vacated on the last day, the 270th day in July 2008. So they had to go for the next in line, Olympian, undefeated Jean Pascal, who were ranked number 2, and they fought for Calzaghe's belt. Your man vacated Joe Calzaghe on the last day to step up, and he only put £5 on. He fought Hopkins and he fought Roy Jones. So, okie dokie. And what happened? You and Calzaghe ended up in court, didn't you? And then you went bankrupt as Sports Network. You forget this, don't you, Bricktop? I hope you settled your debt with Joe anyway, Joe Calzaghe. So, but hey ho. All right, Bricktop. Just thought I'd have to pull you up on that because you're not Mr. Squeaky Clean. Yeah, Cobra's been critical, but at least he's fronted it out and gone out there. I don't see anybody wanting to put it on him. Do you? Because he'll stick it back on him. So, all right, Bricktop. If Turkey Al Sheikh got you and Frotch in a room and made you shake hands, listen, Bricktop, you would shake hands because you did with Eddie Hearn, didn't you? Or Eddie Hills, and you and Eddie Hills have tried to topple each other for years, telling tales to taxman, Batman, border control. You name it, you've told tales to them. Solicitors back and forward, the lot. So you would suck a dick if it meant that your bank balance were going to get fatter, Bricktop. You'd shake hands. So don't make out like I said, don't make out you're innocent in all this. Go on, pop, pop, bang. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Go on, booyaka.